So that's what really excites me about being here.
Right. The opportunity to change the lives of the population. Again, a global company that is on sort of this growth trajectory. There's a lot of opportunity to change some lives.
Welcome to Gone to Texas, the official podcast of the Texas Economic Development Connection. On every episode, we share the stories of business owners and CEOs who have relocated or expanded their business into Texas. Our goal is to use these stories as a guide to help others who are ready to hang a sign on the door that says, Gone to Texas. And now, please welcome your host, the Managing Partner and Chief Inspiration Officer for Day One Experts, Super Dave Quinn.
Friends, and welcome back to Gone to Texas podcast, powered by Day One Experts, where we share real stories of business growth, relocation, and entrepreneurship here in the Lone Star State. I'm your host, Super Dave Quinn, and today's episode is sponsored by the Kilgore Economic Development Corporation. They're working every day to help businesses grow and expand right here in the Upper East Texas region. In this episode of our Kilgore Spotlight series, our guest is Tanya Johnson, HR manager, and she's talking about advanced manufacturing and global reach with one of Kilgore's leading employers, Camfil. From air filtration systems to cutting-edge innovation, their story shows why Kilgore has the strength to compete worldwide.
Tanya, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
All right. Well, let's give a little context to our audience. Tell us a little bit about your role as the HR manager and sort of how you got into that role.
Okay. So I've been in HR for many years in the East Texas area. I was working at a job, living my best life, had a good job where I was, had a recruiter from Camfil reach out to me and told me about this exciting new opportunity. We're building a state-of-the-art, large manufacturing plant, and the rest is history. I've been here for 3 years now, and am really excited about the growth we're about to embark upon.
I have to just say, I did a short stint working with HR as like a mindset coach and some other stuff on a well-being business. You guys you have a really tough job, and I'm so thankful there are people like you. I realize that really it's a tough position to be between the leadership, CEO type person and the staff and the people. Like, you're just trying to make everybody happy, but you've got this really hard job. And so thank you for doing it. Yes. I appreciate what it takes to be in that space. I wouldn't want to do it. And so I'm glad there are people like you that love it and have made a career out of it. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that a lot, and I appreciate you appreciating my superpowers.
I always said, my goodness, they're so much fun to be around when they're not in their job, because it's like finally we can just be normal people.
Exactly.
Well, thank you. Tell us a little bit about Camfil, what it is you guys do and make, and talk about that.
All right. So for over 60 years, Camfil has been helping people breathe cleaner air. So we are a leading manufacturer for premium clean air solutions. So we offer commercial and industrial air filtration systems and air pollution control systems. How does that help the world and companies around the world? It offers improvement in productivity, as well as for people and machinery and equipment. And we do this all while saving energy, so it benefits both human health and the environment.
So you've been really efficient at cleaning the air. Okay.
Yep. But as I said before, Camfil, we've been here for a little over 3 years, coming up on 4 years, and we've been creating these amazing clean air solutions that help the world. And so we are really excited to be partnering with Kilgore. Not only is this a milestone for Kilgore, but it is a major milestone for Camfil, as we will be the largest manufacturing plant within the company worldwide.
That is amazing. I am so blown away by the global reach of all of these different companies that I've been able to sit down and talk to, and I just don't know that people understand that. I don't know that they know that and the impact. let's talk a little bit about that for the Camfil employees. What does that mean to be able, like, literally the stuff they're doing here in Kilgore is really, has a global impact.
Yes. Sustainable clean air solutions, obviously that is something that our employees can get behind. I know that I don't speak just for myself personally when I say every day when we come to work, we know that we're making a positive impact. So not everyone can say that. So we're really proud about that. And, you know, I always tell from new hire, and I always remind our employees, we are doing something amazing here, helping people breathe cleaner air. I mean, that should be a basic human right, but it doesn't always happen. And we offer the solutions to do that.
That's it's amazing. What a cool mission. Tell us a little bit about how Kilgore fits into that story with, like, the workforce here. How has that story helped you guys do what you do? How does Kilgore fit into that story?
So Kilgore has an amazing workforce. You know, when I first started, we had barely 30 people working. So we had just, you know, grounds on the floor. We have grown more than doubled in size as far as employees. And, you know, we're close enough to where we have people all around us that we can pull great employees from. And also the connections that we've made here in Kilgore have been so valuable to us. And it's just a great place to live and work.
Today's episode is sponsored by our friends at Kilgore Economic Development Corporation. They're helping businesses grow in East Texas. Kilgore, Texas offers an operational advantage few markets can match, where location, labor, and low cost converge to drive profitability. With prime access to transportation routes, plus low taxes and competitive utility rates, companies choosing to locate here are positioned to outperform other corporate locations and competitors. Synergy Park, a Class A campus-style business park, offers scenic, shovel-ready sites, and Kilgore Economic Development Corporation delivers hands-on support, tailored incentives, and a resourceful, experienced workforce. For companies seeking scalable growth without gridlock, Kilgore offers a streamlined environment engineered for enterprise expansion.
I hear this. I've heard this over and over again. So you start to believe it because it's not just one person saying it. So when you think about other manufacturers really listening to this podcast, obviously that's who we're talking to, is the small business owner who's manufacturing and wondering where to invest and why Kilgore should be at the top of the list. What are some of the things that you would mention to them or tell them about manufacturing here in Kilgore?
So we have a really good skilled workforce. The location in and of itself is great. We have the small town, but we're close enough and in between the metropolitan areas of Shreveport and DFW, just a short drive. So we're really close to all of those things, and we're not just a little town that's not connected. So we have the best of both worlds, I think, in that. And then, you know, you look at the amazing industrial and business parks here in Kilgore. I mean, they're ready to plug and play and just get going. So I've been surprised at how many companies, since I've started working here, how many companies have landed here and really the amazing work that we're all doing.
Yeah, I am amazed. I knew Lisa's team was killing it. I knew they were doing well.
Absolutely.
I didn't realize how, again, just a global impact, the global number of global companies manufacturing something just kind of quietly in this little nondescript building over here, or 100,000, 1 million square feet. You don't even sort of see it in Synergy Park, but yet their products are really impacting global life. So it's been amazing.
Yeah, and KDC has been amazing. From just holding the hand of the leadership all the way through the decision-making process and offering incentives and answering any questions that they had. I've heard nothing but good things about them and their decision to come to Kilgore.
They have a great reputation in the
Absolutely.
state, so we're glad to hear that too. So when you think about Kilgore's future, I mean, you've been here 3 years now with Camfil, and you start to talk about all the things that's going on. What kind of excites you about where we're headed?
Growth. I feel so. I've lived in East Texas and the region for almost all my life. Worked, and lived here. So I started working in Kilgore 3 years ago, and now I've moved to Kilgore. So it's not just a place where I work; it's a place that I live now, and it's been great. So I love it here. It's really a sense of community. You have that small town community, but so much support, so much of that. You know what? I belong here. This is a good place for me.
I've heard that over and over too. It's not like you have to carry the burden all by yourself. Like there's still a burden, right? Every business is hard, and you still have the business that you got to do. But there's this sense of everyone working together to help you carry that in some form or fashion.
Yes. I don't know how many times I've called, people around saying, hey, who does this, or who should I call for this? And everyone has been so helpful,
Yeah.
Not, from me not being directly in this area, who are my people that I can call on in Kilgore?
Right.
Yeah.
So now, being an HR manager, my guess is you could have a job just about anywhere in the world. Because that is, it's a tough job.
About HR.
And everybody needs HR. Everybody's talking about workforce, so we need somebody that organizes the workforce. Right. Tell us a little bit. You said you moved to Kilgore. What is it about Kilgore that really keeps you here? Like, again, you could really go do this anywhere.
Sure. I really am passionate about being in this area and the growth that is about to happen at our company. I want my fingerprints all over that. So I'm really, really excited about that because it's something that I really enjoy doing, the job, the people, the processes, and we're really making a positive impact. So that's what really excites me about being here.
Right. Yeah. The opportunity to change the lives of the population. Again, a global company that is on sort of this growth trajectory. There's a lot of opportunity to change some lives.
Absolutely. Okay.
Well, very good. So I have one sort of last question for you. And talking about being here, sort of the tie-in question that I've asked everybody, and you might not want to answer this. I don't know. What's your favorite restaurant? If I'm coming into town, where are you going to take me out to eat?
Okay, I'm not going to be able to just pick one. It depends on what we're in the mood for.
Okay.
I love listening to live music with friends and eating a burger at Back Porch.
Okay.
If I'm in the mood for barbecue, Country Tavern.
Okay.
Hands down. I love Downtown Delights when I'm in the mood for a sandwich or soup. It's just, and the people there are just so genuinely nice. And recently discovered Zen Kitchen.
Okay.
The pizza, that crust is magical. It's magical. I don't know what
zen.
they do.
That's
it's
awesome.
Very zen.
Okay.
So those are I'll just leave it at my top 4, but there's so many to choose from.
Right. I've heard that over and over again, and I get the same sort of answer of, well, it depends on what I'm in the mood for, and I don't want to just say one because there are several.
Yes.
And so
yes.
that's
I don't
awesome.
want to leave anybody out.
Right.
Really.
Well, and I have heard that you can't miss, so that's good. But, when forced to make a decision, all right, I guess I'll go through my list here.
Yes.
And right. Well, Tanya, thank you so much. I know you're very busy. Again, thank you for the work you do as an HR person. It really does matter. And we appreciate you taking the time today to have a conversation with us and share your story of Camfil and the growth that y'all are on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a joy to be here, and Kilgore's great.
All right. Thank you.
Learn more about Kilgore by watching the full series at GoneToTexasPodcast.com/Kilgore. Thanks again for listening and joining us here on the Gone to Texas podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe so more business owners can discover what's possible here in the Lone Star State. If you're tired of red tape, high cost, and feeling stuck where you are, this is your invitation to come to Texas. The Texas Economic Development Connection exists to help you connect and skip the runaround by connecting directly with the people and places ready to help your business grow, like the folks at Kilgore Economic Development Corporation. Because when you find the right spot in Texas, your business wins, your people win, your future and freedom win too. Visit TexasEDConnection.com to schedule your free call. I'm your host, Super Dave Quinn, saying bye for now, and until next time, make it a great day.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Gone to Texas, the official podcast of the Texas Economic Development Connection, powered by Day One Experts, a collection of the country's best-known economic development professionals offering on-demand services to communities across the nation.